Have you ever noticed how here in Malaysia, something like a flag hung upside down, just a mistake, can suddenly become this huge national issue?
Oh, absolutely. It happens time and again.
It really gets me thinking. I mean, you make a small mistake driving, maybe get a fine, you're annoyed, sure.
Hmm.
But if it's something to do with a national symbol, whoosh, the whole thing just explodes. It feels different. What's really driving that, you think?
Well, it's a complex thing, isn't it? These events, they definitely resonate beyond the mistake itself. They tap into much deeper feelings and perceptions in society.
Right. So what does this kind of reaction really tell us about, our collective mindset here? Maybe take a second to think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at a recent case. SJKC Port Dickson, Changhua, that's a Chinese primary school down in Nigeria's Sembilon.
Yes, I saw that.
They accidentally put up the Jilur Gemilong, the Malaysian flag, upside down.
An honest mistake, it seems.
Exactly, and the school acted fast, fixed it right away, put out a public apology.
Mm.
Standard procedure, you'd think.
You would, but that wasn't the end of it.
No. The education minister, Fadlina Sidek, she stepped in, said there'd be stern action.
Her position was very clear: zero tolerance for errors when it comes to the flag, stressing sensitivity and respect.
But then you get other voices, like Lim Ju-rong. He's the youth chief for the Democratic Action Party in Nigeria Sembilan.
Right, he had a different take.
Yeah, he basically urged the Ministry of Education to, be more restrained, maybe focus on education rather than punishment.
His point was that it was just an accident, likely by a school worker, and the school had already shown it was patriotic and responsible.
He argued that coming down too hard could actually discourage people at the grassroots level
Wow.
from, organizing patriotic stuff.
A valid concern, potentially.
Okay, but this is where it really heats up. You have Malaysian Chinese Association Youth Wing.
The Deputy National Youth Chief?
Right. And also Datuk Teng Chang Kim, a senior figure in the Democratic Action Party.
Mm-hmm. Two quite prominent figures.
And they didn't mince words. They basically accused the education minister of having double standards.
That's strong language. What was their reasoning?
Well, they asked a pretty pointed question. They said, look, if a school principal has to answer for a staff member's mistake with the flag,
Okay.
then what about the Ministry of Education itself? Apparently, back in April, their own officials made a mistake with the flag in the SPM exam results analysis report.
Ah, yes, I recall that incident. It caused quite a stir, even internationally.
So they asked, shouldn't Minister Fadlina Sidek and the Deputy Minister, Wong Kau-wo, perhaps resign over that, if the standard is so strict?
That certainly puts the spotlight on consistency, doesn't it? It raises that difficult question.
Exactly. Is the same mistake treated differently depending on who makes it?
And that's the crux of the controversy they highlighted. Why the intense focus on the Chinese primary school error when a similar, arguably more high-profile error within the ministry seemed, well, handled differently?
Yeah, it left some people feeling like maybe Chinese schools were being singled out, becoming easy targets.
It feeds into that perception for some.
Looking at this, it feels like it's about more than just respecting the flag. It's almost like a clash between intense nationalism on one side
Where the symbol is absolutely sacred.
and maybe a more practical view on the other.
Mm.
Acknowledging it was an accident, let's fix it, let's not blow it out of proportion and create more tension.
Precisely. One side sees any error as disrespect, potentially undermining national unity. The other side worries that overreacting to genuine mistakes actually causes division.
It's like these incidents become tests, don't they? Tests of national identity, trust between communities.
They absolutely do, and they keep happening because they touch these sensitive nerves, these underlying stories and maybe stereotypes we have in our society. Malaysia's history and diverse makeup make these symbols particularly potent.
But maybe there's a silver lining.
Yeah.
You look back at similar things that have happened.
Mhm.
Initially, there's always this huge outcry, lots of anger. But over time, especially when you see different groups making similar mistakes.
It seems a kind of understanding might be slowly forming, that realization that, well, people make mistakes, anyone can.
To err is human.
Right, exactly. And perhaps that can lead us towards being a bit more tolerant, more understanding when things happen that aren't actually malicious.
So today we've seen how one small incident, an upside-down flag, can quickly spiral.
Yeah.
It pulls in politicians, triggers debates, and really exposes that tension between national pride and, well, pragmatism.
It forces us to ask, Where is the line? How much weight do we give the symbol versus the intention?
Is it about the absolute sanctity of the national symbol no matter what? Or should there be space for understanding, for education, when it's clearly an unintentional slip-up?
It's not an easy question, really. There isn't a simple yes or no answer, but hopefully, talking through it like this helps us see the different sides, the logic behind the arguments.
So, what are your thoughts on this situation? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.